She's very shy, but she warms up very quickly, and she becomes fast friends with anybody that she meets.
Yeah, and I think the one thing I see about Kyara in her age group and comparing her with other children is she's unbelievably sweet. You know, she's just that child that will step back a little bit, she'll listen to others, but she's always the one that has such a kind demeanor.
Kyara was injured at the age of 2 in a motor vehicle accident where she sustained an injury to her spine. That left her unable to move from the shoulders down. She's able to use her arms to a limited degree. She can feed herself, she can do some of her own personal care like brush her hair and those types of things, but would need help with more complex activities. Back when she was first injured, she required the support of a ventilator, and at that point tracheostomy was placed, a breathing tube in her neck. She's been weaned off of the ventilator and has been off for months now, probably since the fall of 2012. So several months, and we're now considering the possibility of removing this airway because she no longer seems to need it. Medically, as a result of her spinal injury, she has the paralysis that I already talked about. She has a feeding tube, though that's only used at night just as a supplement. She eats by mouth, enjoys eating by mouth, feeds herself, eats regular diet, but it doesn't take quite enough to keep her nutritional status where we'd like it to be, and so she gets just a little bit of formula overnight.
My nurse goes on the bus with me every day, and she makes sure I have everything I need. My favorite subject is music, 'cause I sing. My favorite singer is Katy Perry.
Wow, I think what Kyara would bring to a family is the fact that someone who has had so much insult in their life, physically, emotionally, of course, because she's looking for a family right now, is so positive. She takes life for each day. She makes a wonder out of it. She looks for the good in everything. It's almost like, who taught this girl this? She is an amazing little girl.
My favorite food is macaroni and cheese and pizza. I like a family that is kind and doesn't yell at me, and a family that can do my hair and I can hug them if I have a bad day.
Kyara does have several specialists that she sees, but because she is just on like maintenance on this, these are only once a year, perhaps, maybe once every 2 years, right, Kelly, on some of them? Mm-hmm. On some of the specialists that she sees. And again, she's in this phase where it's really maintenance. So there might be those once a year visits, really. You know, other than if she gets a cold or something, and then you're going to treat her
Their primary
basically doctor. With her primary doctor as a regular visit.
A family will need to help me with my medicine and feedings. A family will need to help me with my hair and putting in rubber bands. And combing it, brushing it, spraying it.
The only thing I would add is that she's a delightful child who's had a difficult time, and she really needs to get out of the hospital. She really needs a family. That's her biggest problem right now, not the medical stuff, not the emotional stuff, but the fact that she spent way too much time in the hospital and way too much time separated from a family. and that's the biggest thing that's missing from her life right now.